Thank you. Yeah, I can see a lot of us have set up our visual background. That's nice. That's nice. Now let's meet one another. Tell us where you are joining the Anambra Tech Drive from. As for me, I'm joining from Oka, and we are delighted to have you all today. I strongly urge you all to grab a pen and paper, a bottle of water, and a cup of tea or coffee. Keep away all distractions and be ready to be soaked into what we have for you today. Set up your visual background if you've not, and introduce yourself in the chat section. I urge you all to take pictures at all times and post on social media and tag Solution Innovation Districts. Throughout the course of this program, please type your questions in the chat through comment section. If you have any question, type it there. Just look around your screen, you will see the chat icon, tap on it, and type in your comments or question as we proceed. The moderator will read and take questions when it is time. If you want an opportunity to ask your question yourself, be sure to turn on your video and be properly dressed. But to ensure your question is attended to, kindly type it in early and keep it clear and brief. Identify your question by typing letter Q before the question for easy identification and from other comments. Now, I would like to acknowledge the presence of the leadership of Anambra State Government present, the members of Anambra State Executive Council. All specially welcome all of you for gracing this event with your presence. I also welcome our keynote speaker for today, Mr. Obinna Ihoha, our very distinguished panelists and moderators joining us from the world. Your insight and expertise are highly anticipated, and we are eager to learn from you today. The Anambra, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, joining us today from different parts of Anambra and the world, you are all specially welcome to the Anambra Tech Drive 3rd edition. Without further ado, it's my pleasure to introduce our host for today, who is the Special Advisor to the Governor on Innovation and Business Incubation, Ms. Chinwe Okoli. Unfortunately, she won't be speaking with us due to her prior commitments, but she has kindly entrusted one of her team members to deliver the opening remark on her behalf. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Precious Asadu, the Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Innovation and Business Incubation. Honorable Sir, the floor is yours for the opening remark. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Onyinye. Thank you very much, everyone. I believe everyone can hear me. If you can hear me, please kindly indicate on the chat box so I am sure we are communicating and I'm not just talking to myself.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on where you're joining us from. Thank you all and welcome to this edition of the Anambra Tech Drive. My name is Precious Chukwuemeka Asado, and I am here humbly representing my principal, the Special Advisor to the Anambra State Government on Innovation and Business Incubation in the person of Ms. Chinwe Okoli. I want to start by acknowledging the Governor of Anambra State, Professor C.C. Soludo, whose vision made it possible for the establishment of the Solution Innovation District, SID, and by extension, the Anambra Tech Drive webinar on which we are today. I also want to acknowledge the members of the Anambra State Executive Council and the entire leadership of the Anambra State. I also want to acknowledge the ladies and gentlemen of the press who may be present at this webinar. Generally, I welcome every one of you to this webinar. This webinar is brought to you by the Solution Innovation District, SID. Solution Innovation District is the innovation and incubation program of the Anambra State, which is established with the goal of activating and building a thriving innovation, entrepreneurship, and technology ecosystem in Anambra State. Mr. Governor has a grand vision of making Anambra State the hub of technology and innovation of Nigeria and Africa by extension. At Solution Innovation District, we have programs that are targeted towards one, training and capacity building. These programs are targeted towards equipping Anambra and residents with the knowledge they need to prosper in the digital economy of today and the future. Another branch or another angle of what we do at Solution Innovation District includes startup support. This involves grooming, incubating, mentoring, and supporting startups to build solutions and succeed and scale their solution right out of Anambra State. We also have SME support programs, which is targeted to equipping existing businesses in Anambra State with the right knowledge they need to improve their business processes and operations, as well as leverage digital technology to scale their businesses and grow their businesses beyond where they are today. To achieve the objectives of Solution Innovation District, we have started many programs geared towards achieving them. One of them is the Level Up Anambra, which has just concluded the first and the second cohort, where we trained over 20,000 in the Anambra on basic digital skills. Another very spectacular program is the Code Anambra, which is the software development training program, which is geared towards training in the Anambra and residents on the knowledge they need to start a thriving career in the software and digital products development area. Anambra Tech Drive, on which we are, is also another initiative of the Solution Innovation District. The Anambra Tech Drive is a monthly webinar series that brings together the ecosystem of innovation in Anambra, as well as industry experts from across the world, brought together to share their journey and experiences with the ecosystem in Anambra. Ladies and gentlemen, you're very welcome to today's edition of the Anambra Tech Drive, which is the third edition of the webinar series. We are keen that by the end of this webinar, you will amass so much value and receive enough motivation and inspiration to do so much with tech. If you're not connected with us on social media yet, I urge you to search and connect with us on all social media platforms. Simply search for Solution Innovation District on all social media platforms. We're available there. Connect with us. We have ample and assorted, wide varieties of programs that will be coming your way. And you can only know about them when you're connected with us on social media, because we post every opportunity and programs we have on social media. So do well to connect with us. A team member will post our links on the chat box, so you can find our links to our social media on the chat box and try to connect with us. You're very welcome to this webinar, and thank you everyone for coming.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for such an inspiring and well-articulated opening remark. We truly appreciate the insight into the Solution Innovation District programs and its role in fostering innovation and business growth in Anambra State. Thank you very much, Mr. Precious Asado. Now, I'll also recall, if you've not, just to remind us, if you've not done, set up your virtual background, do well to do that. Now it is time to hear from our distinguished keynote speaker, Mr. Obinna Iwuno, a community and business specialist, a certified cryptocurrency investigator. Mr. Obinna is here with us to share valuable insights on the topic, harnessing digital technology and strategies to unlock business growth. Let's lend our ears to his keynote speech. But before he starts, permit me to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Obinna Iwuno, founder and head of the renowned Crypto Bootcamp community. Is a certified blockchain educator, a project manager, brand marketing strategist, a growth consultant, and community builder who is dedicated to building a new dispensation in the blockchain sector, training over 10,000 persons on blockchain while facilitating technological advancements and enabling access to emerging markets in the sub-Saharan Africa. As a policy and regulation expert, business developer, investigator, blockchain business analyst, and cryptocurrency compliance specialist, Mr. Obinna passionately about emerging technologies powered by blockchain and supports causes of development and advocacy globally. With Africa as his primary constituency, he holds a degree in management from the University of Port Harcourt, a certification in cryptocurrency compliance, and investigation, and is currently the president of Stakeholders in Blockchain Technology Association of Nigeria, the largest self-regulatory body in the emerging African blockchain industry. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for our keynote speaker? Type in the comment section that you are ready. Drop fire emojis and drop heart emojis to show how eager you are ready to hear from our keynote speaker. Mr. Obinna Ihuno, we are delighted to have you, sir. The floor is yours. Thank you very much. All right, please exercise a little patience. He will join us shortly.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I have been on transit and just arrived my destination a few minutes ago, so I had to set up quickly, right? That's why my background is not set. But yeah, thank you so much. I had a bit of the introduction from the other speaker, and it's quite a big excitement for me to, be a part of this, and also to see what is happening in the States, because we live in a very interesting time. I always tell people that the world we live in right now is 10 times faster than the former world that we know about. So what it means is that advancement happens in the kind of advancements that happen in this generation is like 10 years compressed in one. And so when you see a generation where advancements happen so fast, what you are going to do is that you would even learn to move faster. Because if you don't move faster, you are going to be left behind. I'll throw a little background from my own story and from the industry that I am a part of, and of course, the one that I lead. I know that a lot of people who are on this webinar would have heard about blockchain technology, or more so, many people have heard about cryptocurrency, but they haven't been educated about it because some people have this misconception and misunderstanding that blockchain is cryptocurrency or cryptocurrency is blockchain. No, cryptocurrency is not blockchain. And why am I pointing blockchain to connect to what we are talking about today? Is the fact that I said this present age that we live in, technology advancements, and not just technology advancements, but growth in general, is like 10 years compressed in one. And when 10 years is compressed in one, it means that you have to be fast. It means that you have to work extra smart, and it means that you have to put in more effort, because if you don't, you will be left behind. We have an interesting technology that is disrupting the world currently. If you are deep into tech, you would understand that in the past decade, or in the past 2 decades, blockchain technology is the only innovation of the 21st century that has created an industry on its own from scratch. No other innovation of the 21st century created a new industry except this innovation. What we have is a fusion of other technologies with what is already existing. Even the internet did not create a new industry. What the internet did was that the internet enhanced all that man is doing. Before now, we've never had a system whereby you can store your value on the internet. You can hold your assets in digital form. But blockchain technology introduced that. If you look at the advent of this technology, it's just 14 years down the line. The first implementation of blockchain technology happened on January 3rd, 2009, with the mining of the first Bitcoin block. So Bitcoin became the first implementation of blockchain technology. But it would interest you to know that blockchain technology has been around and available for over 20 years. Since the 80s, that was when this innovation came into being, but was never used nor implemented until Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, I took a study into this sector, and I found out that 10 years has passed since the innovation of this technology, but the most that we know about it is its byproduct, and everybody is chasing the byproduct. You know, the mentality of what can I make now out of it, not what can this be used for? How can we enhance our society? How can we create solutions that addresses our everyday challenges, things that we relate with this technology? And so we are missing the point. And what has happened is that if we do not get it right, what will happen is we becoming a consumer continent in a technology that was invented right before our eyes when we were all using the internet. And it wouldn't make any sense. And if that happens, what we are going to do is to be catching up with the rest of the world. Once again, we are left behind. And that is in connection with what we are discussing today. How technology can aid business growth. And a classic example, before I say what I want to say, I go to main market in Onitsha to buy stuff on a certain day. And all I have is my card and my phone and internet. First of all, you begin to experience internet access. You have challenges accessing the internet over there. But what struck me the most is the fact that I buy stuff from a shop and I want to pay, and the shop owner or the seller insists that I pay cash, and I do not have cash. And I ask him, don't you have a POS? I could just swipe my card and pay you. And it is not available. And I can't do transfer because there is no internet service. So I have to leave the stuff that I bought at the shop to go look for a bank to queue up at the ATM or maybe a POS operator outside somewhere to go access cash and then come back and pay. All of that time wastage, all of that manpower. You see, a person who operates business like that is going to be limited by only the people that they can see with their physical eyes. When you set up a shop, what you have access to is maybe a few hundreds of people, a few thousands of people, or maybe a few tens of thousands of people. And you are not the only one who is in that locality with that same good. There are other vendors like you. But when you make shopping easy for people, I can pay you, I don't even have to come to your shop. Can you set up an online shop where you have a physical location for storage? You can set up an online shop. You can display all that you have online, and I can pick my choice from there, pay you in real time, and you could dispatch whatever it is that I have paid for to me without ever interacting to me. The power of that is that you have access to billions of people. That is what the internet does for you. And so who has aided this technological innovation that is helping your business? The social media sector. That is the greatest marketplace. That is the greatest store. That is the greatest human congregation on earth. And so when you look at social media, how do you understand it? What does it mean to you? What are you using it for? Those are very vital questions that you need to ask and also answer. Because if you know the power of the tool that is in your hand, then you are going to make a better use of it. And you know that this thing is to your advantage, but yet it could also be to your disadvantage based on what you choose, based on how you understand, and based on how you execute. So that is one sector. And then you have your smartphone. Your smartphone is a computer in your hand. That means you do not necessarily need to carry along a laptop with you or have a desktop with you where you are. I am here with you, talking to you over a smartphone from my location. Then, do you understand how this tool in your hand works? Because before you start thinking of advanced technologies, you have to, first of all, understand the basic technologies that you have within you and what they are. Are they tools? How are they used? What can you use them for? Those are basic questions to understand. And when you understand these things, then you begin to implement. It is in the place of engagement with these basic technologies, innovations, and tools that are within you now that you can begin to advance to more technical and advanced implementations that can aid the growth of your business even further. And so we have to look at the level of awareness that people have about these things. So we set up micro education or training schemes or awareness structures and portals or projects, whichever one you are able to do, and then begin to address these things and help people to begin to connect on different levels. So from here now, we move on to what do you need to assess technological assistance, solutions and helps, and whatever you want to do, there is already a solution available for it. But how much of it do you know? Then it keeps you in the place where you have to research, where you have to study. Because if you are in this present world and you do not study, you do not research, then information is missing you. And you are also getting dropped back in the scheme of things and with whatever is happening in your present world. Records and data are very vital tools that when you have accurate understanding of the use of data, you can make better decisions about whatever it is that you want to do. You can set up a global business from your locality without any intermediaries, without any obstruction, without even having to be in any of the physical locations you want to affect, all by using data. And so you can access information about the US, you can access information about UK, you can access information about Germany, bring it over to Africa, Kenya, Ghana, Tanzania, whatever country it is, that you are looking at. You can even access information about different cities in Nigeria, and then you can interpret that to make a business decision. So you can identify who is your target, what are their needs, what is their behavior like, how do you sell to them. The way you sell to an Easterner is not the same way you sell to a Northerner. But if you don't have those data available to you, you will not be able to make that decision. Now, if you attempt to sell to them the way you think, what you are going to do is you're going to waste time, burn resources, and burn manpower. But what technology does for you is that technology saves time for you. Technology helps you maximize resources, and technology aids you with manpower. Therefore, there are some roles and some positions that you may not necessarily need to hire because you can use technology to do that. Say, for example, you are a startup. You are a startup and you are not funded, you are bootstrapping. You may not necessarily need to hire an accountant because you have accounting softwares and applications that you can use in your business. And all you need to do is to know how to enter the data and the information accurately and where to, and it does the work for you. If you want to make queries, you can go to ChatGPT, an AI tool that aids you in doing research and also in bringing up answers and contents. I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted a bit by messages saying they can't hear me. So I want to be sure that it's not from my end.
Okay, go on, sir. We can
We
hear
can
you,
hear you clearly, sir.
Oh, okay. So it means it's from the participants' end. All right. So, like I was saying, the use of technology is going to help you boycott all of that. So you will not be thinking of, where do I get the money to set this up, or where do I get the money to pay for this, because you are just a startup. You can actually start a one-man business. You can start a business all by yourself, and all of your teammates will be technology. And so it is easy for you to scale and bootstrap till you begin to generate revenue that would help you to now include other teammates and team members into your workforce. So technology helps you with improved efficiency and productivity. You can automate repetitive tasks, because there's a lot of repetitive tasks that people are performing in doing their business. But with technology, they will become automated, in the sense that you don't have to get involved in doing those same things over and over again. Technology automatically computes it, therefore saving you more time. Then technology has enhanced communication and collaboration. How is that happening? We are having a webinar right now, and we are all in different parts of the world participating in real time. And so, in fact, I have not met any of the speakers on this panel before. But we are all here communicating with hundreds of people that we do not know, we have not seen, we are not seeing them, and we are collaborating to deliver this important lecture to you, to aid you in your business growth. It's just the same thing as setting up an online store where people can find you from different parts of the world and connect with what you are doing, patronize you, and you are making money from your business. And the more money that you make from your business, the more room for expansion that there is. If you haven't heard about the customer-funded business, I think it's something that you should go read. And also read about Capitalism Without Capital. These two books, The Customer-Funded Business and capitalism without capital, and also 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Read these 3 books on technology, disruption, and efficiency. It's going to help you very well. Then we talk about data-driven insights. I have mentioned it a bit, but with data, technology, it will allow you, the customer-funded business, capitalism without capital, and 0 to 1, 3 books. Read those 3 books, it will help you a lot, right? And so you have vast amounts of information available to you. Those information are meant to be used for business decisions, all right? Then the next thing is market expansion and globalization. This is the part that I like. I'll give you an example. I run the biggest blockchain community in Africa. We are present in 8 countries, right? And I can tell you that out of those 8 countries in Africa, I have only been to one of them. 2 months ago, that was in May, I had an event, a physical event that held in 31 cities across 9 countries on the same day at the same time. What I mean at the same time is the event was slated for 2 p.m., right? And in some cities, 5 p.m. So whatever time is 5 p.m. for them or 2 p.m. for them, it's held. But the important thing to note here is that this event held on the same day. Physical event, not an online event. That means people gathered physically. And guess what? I planned this event from Nigeria. And this event happened in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Kenya, in Rwanda, in Tanzania, in Uganda, in Botswana, and Zambia. From here. So you see that from my location, and guess what? Most of my team members, in fact, I have not met over 80% of my team members outside Nigeria. There are even some of my team members in Nigeria who work for me that I have not seen. I've not seen that person till date. And we've been working for some years now. And so that is the power of technology. You can sit in one place and affect the whole world. Because what technology gives you access to is the whole world. I used to tell people that the smartphone in your hand is the world in your hand. This small device that you are holding is actually the whole world that you are holding in your hand. Now, what you do with it and how you use it depends on you. So technology helps you in cost reduction and resource optimization. I have also mentioned that. How that with efficiency through technology, you can reduce cost and reallocate resources to more priorities, or even use reallocate resources to expansion. That is the power of technology. Faster innovation and adaptation. Now, we are talking about what's the best example? I think the best example I can use to tell you about this will still be blockchain. Pardon me, most of you are not in the blockchain sector, but that's my sector, and it's a sector that I am very passionate about. So I want you to also know more about it and how it can help you, and you can use it for what you are doing. So in blockchain technology, you are on an infrastructure that is secured. There are no intermediaries, and the issue of trust has been removed. What is the beautiful thing about blockchain technology, and why do we trust it? Before now, if you want to, in quotes, attack a bank, all you have to do is to hit the data center of that bank, and you would hack that bank. And once you hack the bank, you are in control of everything in the bank. You can take whatever you want, do whatever you want with it. You know the reason why? Because data for that bank was centralized. And that is why we call it the Web 2 ecosystem. And blockchain technology is part of the Web 3 ecosystem. In fact, there is a new ecosystem called Web 3, Web 3.0, the third generation internet, of which the blockchain technology is a part of it. There are other technologies in the Web 3 ecosystem, including AI, IoT, and the rest of it, right? So, but here comes blockchain technology to solve the issue of data. And what it means is that if data is to be stored on a blockchain network, it is not stored with a single entity. It is stored with every single entity who are on that network operating the network. So we call them nodes. So what it means is this. Let me use an example. All the speakers for this conference are nodes on a blockchain network, let's say on Ethereum. What it means is that all the speakers on this conference has 100% of the data of that node, of that network, individually. And so it means that for you to hack that network, if there are 10 speakers here, you must be able to hack 6 of the speakers at the same time, not at different times, at the same time, before you can successfully take over the network. Now, if you hack only one of the speakers, you have not hacked the network, because the other 9 speakers still have 100% of that data with them. So the data is safe. And guess what? These speakers don't know themselves. Just like I don't know them, they don't know me. So there is no issue of I'm collaborating with one of them, to manipulate the network. No. And guess what? Every single information that is entered on this network cannot be deleted. But before it is entered, there has to be an agreement between the 10 speakers that this information is correct and right before it is verified and entered in the block. And once it is entered in the block, it cannot be erased. It cannot be changed. That is why they say blockchain is immutable. And so when you have such a system, I can now trust it to house my digital assets, to house my data. And that is why I can now store my digital assets online. Why? Because I now have a data system which is tamper-proof. I now have a data system which is trustless. I now have a data system that does not need an intermediary. If I want to interact, you and I are going to interact directly without anybody coming to broker a deal between us. And so that is what it means by adaptability. All right. So their innovations are happening faster and faster. Give you another example. There is what we call DeFi. DeFi means decentralized finance in blockchain. Now, DeFi, as of 3 years ago, was not an industry. Today, the DeFi sector is worth over $60 billion. Guess what the DeFi sector is? The DeFi sector is the same traditional financial services that you access via your bank on a blockchain without an intermediary. That means you can access loans, you can do fixed deposits, but we call it providing liquidity or staking, right? So you can actually do business with the bank and share revenue. But what you have in the traditional system is the bank takes your money, does whatever they want with it, and then gives you whatever they have decided that this is what your percentage is. But when it comes to the blockchain in decentralized finance, because it has been decentralized, it is a revenue share. In fact, you don't even talk to the company. You don't even interact with them. You have no business with them. You don't need to know the CEO. You don't need to know anybody there, no marketer, nothing. All you just need to do is go online, plug your wallet, provide the liquidity you want to, stake what you want to, collateralize the assets that you want to, borrow the loan that you want to, go do whatever you want to. When you come back, you perform your own obligation. All of these things are guided by what we call smart contracts. and that eliminates the need for a lawyer in between you. So with a smart contract, I can sell you a piece of asset that belongs to me without the ability to revoke it. Why? Because the smart contract has stipulated what the performance of obligation should be and what is execution once obligation has been performed. Then we have improved customer service. Now you can get on a platform. Instead of calling to speak to somebody, you can have a chat bot, resolve your issue, attend to you. So people are getting responses faster. Issues are being resolved faster. That is how technology is enhancing your business growth. Then we talk about supply chain optimization, right? Technology facilities, real-time tracking of goods and services. You can know at what point it is moving. So if at the end, you now end up with a bad product, a damaged good, you could actually trace it to see at what point it was affected. And all of these things can be done via the blockchain technology. It gives you competitive advantage, because I know of a guy who is into rice and he does not have goods in his shop, in the market. When you get to his shop, you will see maybe 20 bags of rice. But guess what? This guy sells rice more than all of his fellow traders. What has he done? He moved away from just selling in the market to start marketing outside the market. So he markets to hotels, he markets to eateries, restaurants, other places. And then he sets up an online system. That online system enables those people to find him, interact with him. And he produces content that talks about rice, different types of rice, how to cook rice. And he obviously disrupted the business, and he was making more money than his fellow traders who are sitting at the shop waiting for who will come with their food to the shop to buy. And so it gives you a competitive advantage. It helps you to access people in other parts of the world. Just like I said, I have not been to many of the countries where we are operating. But from here, we are operating and offering them service. Why? Technology has made it possible for me. And I didn't spend a dime to go and set up shop. What did we do? We already have an online platform. All we just do is extend. Maybe we just hire 1 or 2 representatives in those countries, and that's it, instead of hiring a whole team. So enhanced marketing, you can use social media to do all that you want to do. There are so many things that I have to tell you, but we are out of time and I have to give room for the other speakers to come on board. All right. So thank you for having me. And if you have any questions, you can drop it in the chat box, or the organizers of the event will get it across to me and I will be able to answer your questions. But before I go, this is one thing that I want to drop with you. The advancement in technology presently has given Africa the greatest opportunity she has ever had to leapfrog and level up with the rest of the world. Technology development has the greatest use case in Africa. And if you are listening to me today, take advantage of technology and find out how technology can help what you are doing, your business, your career, whatever innovation it is that you are building, and how new technologies work. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Obinna.
Thank you, Onyinye. Thank you for having me. Thank you to the Anambra State government for putting up this. Thank you, Mr. Governor, the solution governor, for what you are doing and the approach that you are taking towards technological growth in the state and, of course, in youth development. And you have kept to your word with this by seeing that you provide avenues where our teeming youthful population can be trained and empowered through technology to provide innovations that will spur Anambra to the next level. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Obinna, for sharing your invaluable knowledge with us. Truly, we've gained fresh perspective on leveraging digital technology for business growth. Of course, key takeaways for me is that our smart device is a powerful tool that will enhance our business growth. Technology is social media is the greatest tool, and technology is a powerful tool that will be efficient and reduce manpower for our business growth. Thank you very much. Sir, I would want you to stay behind for questions you take. So if you have a question, our dear participant, type in the comment section and our keynote speaker will address to it. Type in your questions in the comment section and identify it with letter Q for easier identification. Type in your questions if there are any for our keynote speaker to address to. Okay, without taking much of our time, on to the next section, which is the panel section. We went around to find young people who are making waves around the world with their exceptional skills, all of whom are eager to share their expertise and experiences. Our moderator, Mr. Philip Evarist, who will skillfully guide our panelists through an engaging conversation. Joining on the panel are a group of distinguished experts in various fields. Here we have Mr. Hilary Goodness Ekene, a technological entrepreneur, educator, and AI strategist. We have Adora Okoye, a marketing and communication executive. And we have Bide Ilikano Chidera joining us for this panel section. But before Mr. Philip take over, let me introduce our moderator for this section. Mr. Philip Evaristo is a distinguished business strategist, renowned teacher, and a visionary founder of the Upskill School of Technology and Entrepreneurship, Owerri, the foremost vocational technology institution in Southeast Nigeria. With an unwavering commitment to empowering individuals through digital literacy, he has successfully trained over 15,000 individuals in soft tech skills. His pioneering programs, including Pink Project, Startup Hack, and Tech Thursday, has revolutionized the tech education landscape, equipping aspiring entrepreneurs and professionals with the necessary tools for success in the digital age. Notably, Philip Evaristus is currently playing a lead role in the ongoing Upskill IMO initiative, the largest state government-funded digital skill empowerment project in Nigeria. With a goal to train 300,000 individuals in tech over a span of 3 years, he is playing a vital role in bridging the digital divide and fostering socio-economic growth. His leadership expertise and notable contributions have centered his status as a respected figure in the Nigerian tech ecosystem, inspiring countless individuals to embrace technology and entrepreneurship for a brighter future. Mr. Philip Evaristus, I will hand over to you. Please kindly proceed for the panel section. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for having me. I think it's exciting already here. I love the energy. Hi, Ms. Okoli. It's nice meeting you again. It's been years. Hi, Precious. Hi, Ike Media. Hi, Adora. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. Wow, this is, when Ike spoke to me about this, I was like, wow, guys. Okay, we're going to really do this. And I love the panelists, and I think I've taken time to look through them. And I'm quite excited. Guys, I think we should give it up for the governor for putting this together. The SID initiative is I think is one of a kind. Knowing first of all the team that is pioneering this work, is quite. It shows how visionary the administration of the governor is. Your Excellency, I want to say a very big shout out. I want to give you a very big shout out, and I've been following up with the work that the administration have been doing. I want to say it clearly. Let me say it at this point that we have high expectations, right? I think we're bringing the Southeast region on the map, okay, on the technology map of not just Nigeria but West Africa. With what I'm seeing across board in Anambra State currently, Imo State and other places, I think in less than 5 years, Lagos and the likes of them would be in serious pressure, under serious pressure, because we are coming for that position, right? Hi guys, do you agree with me here? Okay, so without taking more of our time, the topic we're about to discuss with my panelists is one that I think I want to be very practical and local as possible. I've been an advocate of making technology work for us. Okay, we have to find a way to ensure technology works for us. And I wanted to take my time earlier to explain what technology really means. But I think the last speaker, was a very. I really appreciate his presentation. He was very explicit, and he made it clear that technology improves efficiency and productivity. And I also want to give us a formula that technology is any system, okay, that reduces costs and time. Okay, any system that reduces cost and time can be called technology. That is my definition. I think you can quote me when you say that. Okay, so having understood that, okay, now when it comes to digital technology, now we're leveraging on digital infrastructure to reduce time and cost across business operations or business processes. Now, in this conversation, we have amazing personalities who are going to be with me on this panel session, and we want to do justice to this topic. The average person doing business in Anambra, in Southeast, in Nigeria, across Africa, need to understand how they can harness the power of technology to facilitate business growth. Okay, so I want to start with Mr. Hillary. Mr. Hillary, are you with me? Before I go to Mr. Hillary, before I do that, I think I'd rather go with the approach of ladies before gentlemen. And interestingly, guys, I have just one lady in my panel, and I think I'm very, very excited to meet her. So Miss Adora is a marketing expert, okay, and she's one of a kind because I've taken time to look through her profile, and she has a lot of international things on her portfolio, and it's quite cool meeting ladies who are playing in the tech space and are doing a lot of amazing work across the international space. And she has played lead role in digital marketing. She has managed brands, she's managed portfolios in that space, and she's also worked in grassroots projects across Nigeria. I think I'm really excited to have you on my panel, Ms. Adora. You're welcome on board. We can't hear you on the mic. Okay, good. Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Good. I'm going to assume that it's evening where everyone is. Good evening, everyone. So nice to be here. Thank you for the warm introduction. Contrary to what Mr. Obina said, I've had the privilege of meeting Madam Chinwe back at the Raw Hub at UNN. So it's so lovely to meet her again. It's great to see everyone here. And yeah, thank you for having me. And I'm ready to jump right into it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are excited also to have you. And quickly, I have Hillary. I'm not sure I've seen Hillary on the screen. Is Hillary with me? Okay, while we wait for Hillary, I'm going to quickly go to bring in Mr. The name has been giving me a lot of stuff. Allow me to read it from my stuff. Ilikano Bide Chidera. I wanted to call the name complete. Okay, so please, if I got it wrong, help me. Okay, so it's been an amazing, he's a CEO of NigerPage.com. And I hope he's here with us. Okay, yes, Mr. Bide is here. Good evening, sir. You've been in the tech space for quite some time now, and there's been a lot of. I'm going to just allow you to talk a little bit about yourself, before we introduce the other speakers.
Okay, yeah. Good morning from here, and it's actually morning here. So good morning from here. My name is Bid Ilikanu. I've been in tech space for some time now, and then I'm a blogger. I'm into digital advertising, Google search engine promotion, search engine optimization, and I've not really met anybody here apart from Ike. I've met Ike, so yeah. I hope my knowledge will be well appreciated and then taken to various places.
You're welcome, Mr. Bede. It's amazing. I think it's an amazing portfolio you've got, and we are happy to have you on board. Mr. Hillary is not here yet with us. So while he joins, so we're going to introduce him. So quickly, let me start with our beautiful lady, Ms. Anambra. Do you really think that businesses in Anambra State, in Southeast, oh, before I go to the question, sorry, I just saw Mr. Hillary. Hillary, it's nice having you join us. I was wondering if you were stuck by the Lagos traffic.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Hillary Ekene. It's a privilege joining this call, and I think I'm going to maximize every moment we're going to spend down here. I'm Hillary by name, and popularly known as Hillary, but I prefer people address me as Ekene because that's my native name.
You're welcome, sir. Hillary is very passionate about community building. He's into AI. He's an AI strategist, and he's also the co-founder of health.ng. And it's one person I've known for some time. I think I think he's the only person in the panel session that I've got to have some interaction with before now. And I love his passion for community building and so on. So quickly, let's now go straight to the business of the day. Ms. Adora, do you really think that businesses need to leverage on technology? If yes, why do you think so?
Okay, thank you so much for the question. I think I should have done a bit more talking about my background. Please
go ahead. We want to know. We want to know that.
To establish, the premise. So I have worked in marketing and communications for the last 5 years. I have a lot of my work has been in the nonprofit sector, but then I have also worked with for-profit businesses in the technology sector as well. I have done in-house marketing and communication, so within organizations. And then I have also worked on the public relations side, so with an agency and all of that. So I've got to see two ends of the spectrum when it comes to how businesses promote themselves and the kind of technology they use as well. So when it comes to digital transformation, I really think about practicalities. We are Nigerians, right? And we know what it really is, back home, and sometimes what you may call limitations, but I prefer to say local color, right? So when taking into account local color, I'd like to think simple. So if I'm thinking about a company or a business being digitally transformed, I'm thinking about a medium scale business, small scale business, which are really the backbone of the economy. So you have at the moment, the last data was over 41 million SMEs as of 2020. So there are a lot of businesses. People like to do business, but how do you make them sustainable? Because that's the word. So I think about things like tools, right? So I think about project management tools. I think about email marketing tools, e-commerce. I like the previous speaker. He mentioned some interesting things, which I took note of. He talked about social media. He talked about data. But then when it comes to simple things that would be digital tools that would be enabling for businesses, I think about digital apps. I think about digital platforms that make business easier to do. And then part of these are e-commerce, payment solutions, marketing solutions like social media, Google Ads, Google Analytics, communication tools like the previous speaker, Mr. Obina noted, like Microsoft 365, Google Cloud technologies, and so on and so forth. Why do these things matter? Because if you are trying to, for instance, make your business global, you have to make your business as sustainable as possible. So I'm going to give an example, right? So I had the opportunity to collaborate with a small scale business over here, right? And one thing and it's a business that started in basically from the woman's house. So basically she wanted to she created simple protein shakes for women to improve their health. So you take these as supplement for food so that you can use it to replace some more fatty diets that that are not so good for you. So what are the tools that she used to make her business easier? She used things like Shopify. So Shopify is this platform that enables you to sell to people. It eases the business process. So you know when emails come in, when orders come in, and these things simplify the business process. So for me, when I think about small scale business and what they really need, I think about payment solutions. Nigeria has some issues. So if you think about businesses right now that are doing very well on social media, so there's a lady that I follow on Instagram, for instance, and she's doing really well. She's selling to countries like the US internationally, but then you still see people complain about not being able to receive their money as a Nigerian business, the currency problem, the currency exchange, FX problems. Those are the practical things that, for instance, the government could do to ease small scale businesses and especially medium scale and SMEs as well in general. And then facilitating.
Thank you. Because of time,
Oh,
I
sorry.
want to niche you down to very, very important part. I have the woman selling akara. The woman selling the young man selling leather somewhere there. The Navy guy who is dealing with motor parts. This guy in technology, digital technology, whatever technology, business. Why do you think that is necessary? I would, this is very important to me. Okay, so I would want our blogger to contribute. Because I'm going to come back to you. I would want Bid to say something about it. Okay, before I move to the next. Okay, Bid, I need you to react on this. I need us to be as local as possible because we are dealing with Anambra is our target as our core market here. Okay, Anambra is our core market here. And we know what Anambra is. The average Anambra guy, Anambra person, is a businessman, is a businesswoman. Okay. Now, these people believe in local. So now there's no person, there's no tribe that actually, or there's no state that opposes that locality and culture of the Anambra person. How do we make them understand the use of technology? Is there a use of technology? I need us to be as local as we can. Thank you, Bill.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I really get the question. You said something about a local business, like localizing the business. I want to really get the question properly.
Okay, I gave instances with the person selling on the street, with the guy at Nnewi doing motor parts. These are practical businesses you can find. Okay, the guy selling clothes and other accessories. How do you think this person needs technology? Do you think this person needs technology to advance or to enhance business growth? Is there any relevance of technology for this guy? Okay. If yes, explain.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much. So coming to the guys, maybe or at our at my market or something, yeah. The guy needs technology to advance his business because he can actually create an online store, run digital ads, run search engine optimization for his site, and then whenever you enter a keyword which it's in his store, you can pop up on Google search and then get to order the clothes maybe through his site and then get delivered to your doorstep. In this way, I think the person can reach more people instead of just waiting for anybody to come in, walk in, price the goods, buy and go out. Then you can reach more people. You can even sell to people in Lagos. You can sell to people outside Nigeria using digital ads, Facebook advertising on LinkedIn, advertising on Pinterest, advertising on Twitter, and then doing search engine optimization for your site. Search engine optimization, which is called SEO, it's basically trying to make your site pop up on Google search, Bing search, maybe Yandex, other search engines. So that instead of just sitting and waiting for people to come in and buy, you can always promote your business out there and then get more customers. Coming to the woman selling her akara maybe at second market.
Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. Go ahead.
Probably coming to the woman selling akara at second market. Okay. You can also package your akara, package it, give it a name, get a business name, register it, and then sell it online instead of just waiting for people to come and sit down and then order akara and bread. You can always package it, sell it online, get an online shop too. And then you can make posh. Actually, you can always sell posh akara. It's not the local one that everybody walking and buy and then go. Do it in a posh way, and then maximize the business and make it very big. Then you can earn more money, create employment, and do more stuff with your business. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Pete. Thank you really so much for that. And my core objective this evening is to be local and aggressive as I can. I want to, well, it's easy for us to get, cloud the whole application of tech words or the English thing. We are dealing with our primary audience here, Anambra, typical guy. So we want to be as local as we can. Now I'm coming straight to you. Okay, so now we say something. We said a lot about. Dora made mention of so many things, so many tools and systems that enhance the use of technology, enhances businesses, technological tools that enhance businesses. And Bid made a lot of emphasis on some of them, and then was able to connect them to the results. He talked about SEO, he talked about social media communities, he talked about packaging, and so on. And then he was able to connect it that if you're able to leverage on the digital ecosystem like social media, etc., run ads on Facebook and package your product, you can actually expand to a bigger market instead of depending on those who walk straight to your doorstep, basically. Which is very true, Now, I have a big problem, and that problem is, how do we achieve this? What is the practice? Because let's say that guy in Nnewi right now who is dealing with motor parts, how can I make my business a global company? What are those practical steps that gives me that leverage to push my business, to grow my business in a short and leverage? Mr. Hillary.
Oh, that was a very great question. Fundamentally, I'm into localization of business, and that's one thing I go for. Let's say we have a business in Opiweka, a guy that is into automobile parts and he sells automobile parts. So how can he digitalize his goods or services? The fundamental thing, first of all, is to understand the process. What's the process like? How do the customer get to buy the goods? Do they have to come physically there? Does he have a customer base before this time? Does he have any data of previous customer? If he does, then there are some free tools which he can make use of. But before then, he knows the capital, he knows the business investments, he knows how much was involved in the business, maybe 5, maybe 50 million. With just 10,000 naira, with less than 10,000 naira budget for digitalizing his business, he can use this simple strategy I'm going to give him. Now, we all have Gmail. We all have Gmail. Gmail account. With Gmail accounts, you have access to other Google products like Google Form, Google Slides, Google Doc, and the likes. Now, in terms of customer record, he can use Google Form, create a simple Google Form, get the records of every customer that comes in. Once the record comes in through that form and their details, their specification, what they want, it moves down to Google Sheets. Now, from Google Sheets, he's building a database that can be moved from Google Sheets to maybe Excel, the popular one we know. Now, if he can solve the aspect of customer base, have a digital record of that customer base, that is one. Secondly, he can open a social media account, which is free. Now, free. He's not spending any dime on this particular thing. Have for instance, in Onitsha, most of the population there in Onitsha, they have presence in Facebook, most of them. So he should capitalize on Facebook and maybe less on Instagram. But basically on Facebook, first of all, basically on Facebook, he should have a page, a Facebook page. It doesn't cost anything. Now, while I made that 10,000 naira budget is because of data, maybe data subscription for the month. Now, what he does when he has a new goose, he take a shot of it, snap the goose, have a goose, a description of that goose, the name, maybe if there is any particular brand or type of car that comes with that particular goose, he's going to tag it to that picture, make the post regularly on social media, on Facebook specifically. While he's building his database, his customer database, is also posting all the goose which he deals with online, precisely on Facebook. Then we also have other third-party platform whereby you can create a dummy website. We have WordPress.com. We also have Google Blogger, whereby you can create a dummy website, just a page or two. You can create a page, which is quite simple. Now, to do this very thing, he just needs someone, one of his employer that is actively inclined with digital skill. He doesn't need 10,000 or 10 persons. He just need one, maybe the receptionist or a data entry specialist. He just need one. That person will be the one that will take care of the Google form. When a customer comes in, possibly instead of just writing it on the sheet of paper they have front of the company, they will use the form and enter all the possible data. Data is king. With this data, you can be able to know, okay, how many goose, what type of goose are you selling per month? What kind of parts, which car brand is going very well? With this, you can be able to, okay, I want to focus more on stocking more and also reaching out to more people. Now, with that particular data, having a good understanding of his data, he can now know how to drive his digital marketing strategy. If he wants to run a digital marketing ads, maybe on Facebook or on any other platform, maybe on Google, he wants to run Google ads. But fundamentally, there are just these two things he needs to have. First of all, he needs to have the digital, the digitalized customer base. His digitalized customer base. Secondly, he needs to present his goods and services in a digital format, in the sense that with his phone, he will snap the goods, or be it the work of the data entry specialist, which could be anybody. Anybody can take up that role. So I think it's within this circumference, I think he can solve a lot. That 10,000 naira, even at the end of the month, he has not spent more than 10,000 naira. Data is about 1,000 or 2,000 naira. So the small businessman there, all he needs is internet access. Open a Facebook page. Secondly, get somebody that is digitally inclined in that shop that will be snapping as the goods are coming. He can tell a story, content development, do a short video why the goods are coming in. He take a shot of it. Oh, my goods just landed. Oh, we have these goods right now. Oh, we noticed that many customers we are requesting for these goods. Sorry for that, but right now we have. So he makes those videos, he throws it down on Facebook. He's now building his brand awareness. At the same time, He's also building his customer base for everyone that comes to him to request for a particular goods, whether he has that goods or he doesn't have that goods, because he has digitalized that process using free Google form that connects, automates to Google Sheets.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much, Mr. Hillary.
Thank you so much. If there is any need,
if I let you, we will not go here. We will not leave this place, and our time is really ticking. And guys, actually, this is amazing. You know, you kept emphasizing on data. Okay, I told you guys earlier that I want us to be as local as we can, guys. What he simply meant by data is information, and this information is, like he mentioned, a digital format of your products. Okay, it can be your videos, it can be your picture. Yeah, now, sorry, that's content. Sorry about that. That's the content. Data in this context is your business record. How many people bought from you today? What exactly did they buy? What particular product was sold more? Where is this? Most of these people, where are they coming from? Were they referred by a friend, or did they just locate you by themselves? How did they locate you? Did they see you online, or did they see you physically? Now, those are the things he called data, and you need this information if you are going to excel in today's market, in today's digital world. You need this information. You need to build what he called customer base. Is a record of everyone who have bought from you before. Basic information about them, their phone numbers, of course, majorly their WhatsApp numbers, what they bought, how much they bought, how frequent they buy, like, do they buy once a while? Is it once a week? Is it twice? Are they frequent? You need to know. And when you have this information, there's so much you can do with it. You can target them, you can send them information about your latest stock. A whole lot of things can happen. And you saw him emphasizing more on data, because actually, if you're going to grow in the internet, if you're going to go with technology, you need data. And data is very key. Thank you so much, Mr. Hillary. I'm going to move on very quickly, and I want to come straight to Adora. And Adora, I want to ask you, are there skills? Mr. Hillary said something about bringing someone. Now, some of these folks may not have the opportunity. Sorry, some of these folks not want to explore the path of bringing someone. What if I want to start things by myself? Are there skills I need? What if I want to start somewhere? Okay, I have a smartphone, I have data. Okay, I have internet. What are the skills I need to excel in this space?
Okay. So I really like the topic you just geared us towards. So permit me to be as local. You've emphasized on that, as local as possible. Okay. So a cousin of mine recently reached out to me and asked me something similar, right? So as someone that, she's also an aspiring businesswoman, she's thinking of, really, how can I improve on myself? So the technical term is digital literacy, right? And it's the basics, it's as basic as it gets. So we talk about all this digital transformation, and everything you say, my fellow panelists have said, they're all fascinating and very interesting. But there is a key problem. A lot of these aspiring business owners don't know how to handle some basic tools online. It's just the truth. And we have to start from there. So, okay. So I unfortunately, I know people that have come out of the university, but they are unable to use an Excel sheet. So when I talked about project management tools, for instance, Excel is the most basic. Learning how to impute data, this data you've talked about, putting it into Excel, opening a Microsoft Word document, right? Creating a simple slide, maybe because you want to pitch something. These are really the problems. People lack the basic digital skills. Some people don't even know how to navigate social media properly. Maybe they have heard of it. Maybe they are trying to log in, but some people are not very digitally social, right? Maybe they are not interested as well. So it's just starting from there. So simple tools, as simple as learning how to use Google Suite. So Google Suite is similar to Microsoft tools. So the Microsoft Word, we know, Excel, Microsoft Word. Google has its own tools as well. And then cloud technology. What is cloud? Cloud allows you to save your information online so you never lose it. So this is free, by the way. So these tools like Google, Microsoft 365, they have their free platforms where you can sign up, register as a business owner, and start from there, really. I also like to talk about YouTube, so resources like YouTube, just learning how to, it will surprise you, a lot of people don't know how to research properly. So I like to say that there's nothing you can't find online. It's just the truth. There is a Google course that I started with so many years back. I like to recommend it. Google Digital Skills for Africa. If you don't know it, you can go and Google it. You can learn digital marketing there, and it's for business owners. It's the basics, right? And these are all free, right? Google also has project management courses. They collaborate with Coursera, and if you want to also learn about simple business tools like Microsoft and Google Suite, please learn how to use YouTube. If this is something that you need to do, learn how to use YouTube to find videos that will help you. These are free. Find resources on the internet that will help you as well. And yeah, I think that's just the basic starting points. In terms of navigating social media, it also comes down to research. There's nothing that you can't find online if you really try to find it.
Okay, and thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. For the sake of time, one of the things I actually love about your presentation, or that's your feedback, is that you made it very simple. You made it clear that, hey, these things are free. They're out there. We're talking about YouTube. Everybody streams stuff on YouTube, okay? And they talked about Google Digital Skill for Africa. It's absolutely free, and you can access it. And by the way, guys, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and drop it on the comment sections, and we'll be picking it up and responding. Okay, so it's as basic as it can get. Now, I want to still emphasize on what she said. These are the basics. She made mention, Hillary talked about data, and I expanded what data means, recording stuff. It's simply using Google Sheet. Google Sheet alone can serve you very well. And Google Sheet is an app you can download, and it allows you to just record. You could just record basic information there, and you can always access it, whether with your phone or with your system, whatever you have, okay? And it's absolutely free, okay? And any of these things you don't know how to use, you could simply go to Google and search, or most recommendably, you can go to YouTube and just search how to use that particular item, that let's say is a Google Sheets or something, and you'll see tons of videos that can guide you. I mean, in space of 5 minutes, you can basically learn how to do freaking anything. Okay, so now there's a beautiful thing about the internet. There's something you should know about the internet. One of the things the internet did for us is that it gave us everything, like information at our fingertips, right? It allows you not to bother your head cramming things. Okay, like something we usually say in my hub, will say you don't need to cram what you can Google in 3 seconds. Okay, so Google allows you to actually, do a whole lot of things. And that, I'm going to come to something else apart from here, because now we are in the world of AI, and we're excited about Google until ChatGPT came on board. Guys, I don't know about you guys, but then, like, shook out. A whole lot of things have changed, and if you're not using it yet, if you're not yet, I think you're still in the colonial era. I don't know, but AI changed everything. So now you can interact with your AI, with ChatGPT, and you can ask the questions like you can ask any specialist, and it can give you explanation. You can generate any information you want. You can develop documents and so on, and a whole lot of things are happening. So yeah, use them. They are there. There are tools there available to you. I've mentioned ChatGPT now. I've mentioned YouTube. I've mentioned Google, and Adora had mentioned a lot of tools. Okay, and she recommended Google Digital Skill for Africa. I would recommend you go check them out. Okay, now I want to ask a very important question. As somebody said, Adora should repeat something she said earlier. I need to run with the same time. Okay, please pardon me, the persons who are asking questions. So pardon me, I will come to you shortly. Okay, quickly, Are there risks that associate digitizing your business, leveraging and technology? Are there risks that associate, I'm coming to you, Bid, okay? Because you're a blogger, you've interacted with information and so on, research and so on, okay? Are there risks that that actually comes with digitization or leveraging on technology? What are these risks and how do we address them? What are those vulnerabilities and how do we, this local person who is still very fragile and new to the system, what are the things they need to look out for? What are the challenges they need to look out for and how do they address them?
Yeah, yeah. The only risk associated with technology and business is fraud. Just like the keynote speaker said about blockchain. If you have a website and you're the manager of your website, every data you have is in the, you can be hacked. So that's just major risks in leveraging technology to manage your business. And then you hacked, people can also defraud you online. If you're still new online, you can actually be defrauded. That's the major risk. There is no other risk online when you're leveraging on the internet to do your business. Just getting hacked and getting defrauded, finish. That's the major thing.
Okay, so quickly, because of our time, I'm going to quickly allow each and every one of us to give our final touch, okay? But I want you to, in the view of this, okay, that's this concept of fear, especially when it comes to do with, I want to address this very quickly before we summarize. There's that fear that comes with, I don't know if I could call it tech phobia, for folks who are not used to leveraging on technology. There's this vulnerability, this fear, this phobia. How do we address it? How do we tackle it, Mr. Hillary? Because we are saying all of this amazing stuff and it's looking like exciting and amazing, but the average person is looking out there and be like, this is not for me. Nah, this guys will hack me. This one will happen. They're talking about big mention fraud now. They know about the Yahoo boys. If I put my data there, they're gonna, stuff's gonna happen and all of that. So what are the, how do you, like, what are your recommendations, to addressing the case of phobia? That's fear, because I don't know anything. How do I start? How do we address that, Mr. Hillary?
Okay, thank you very much. A quick one. This question moves down to trust. When it comes to digitalization, trust is one of the problem we're having. That's where blockchain comes in. At least from the keynote speaker, the first speaker, he said something about blockchain. But you and I know that the market women, like the market men, don't want to know anything about blockchain. They don't know about blockchain. They are not even interested to even go and start studying about blockchain. So how can you foster trust in their mind to wipe away that act of being afraid or fear? First of all is to sensitize them on basic cybersecurity tips. In the sense that just like they make use of their phone, they can call, they have a bank account, they have a password to their bank account. The way they keep that particular record, that particular access code from other people accessing it, that's the same way they should also keep their online access code, e.g., which is their social media handles. And also, if they have any specific data in the sense of digitalized data like pictures, videos, they should watermark it. Because those stuff, once it goes online, anybody anywhere can pick it and start using it to do whatever they want to use it and do. So it is ideal you watermark anything that comes out from your shop. What do I mean by watermark? It's like your signature and handwriting or your logo. Place it on it before you post anything that has to do with your business online. That is one. Two, any access code like your password for Facebook, for any other products you are using, your website, ensure that it's either secured through you or through whoever you give access to. There is what they call two-way authentication, two-factor authentication, even for your Gmail. If someone by any means gets access to your password for your Gmail account, which is your Google Workspace, if you activate the two-factor authentication, they would not be able to have direct access. They would need a confirmation from your phone, whereby you have to click yes, accept or not. So without two-factor authentication, you can limit cyber threats. You can limit cyber threats from invading into your personal business process. This is for the online aspect. The offline aspect, they know how to go about it. But I'm talking for the online aspect, which is the digitalization of your business.
Okay, thank you so much for that.
Sorry.
I'm trying to address few things. Okay. You know, this why I raise this question is because we have had cases where people are exposed to information, and then after some time you go back and it's as though people tried it, didn't work. Where cases, sorry, allow me to off this. So there were cases where people are, adopt after sensitization like this, people go and try it, and then it didn't work, and they didn't know their way around it, and they feel like, this is not for me, and they back out. And that is exactly what we are trying to deal with. So those cases of fear, maybe tried it didn't work, this thing is not for me. Okay, so that exactly is what we are dealing with. Okay, so now in summary, please, I'm going to need each and every one of us to give our final remarks, and let's quickly give our final remarks, and I just want us to do that in 30 seconds, each of us. I will start with Adora.
Okay, so for my final remarks, I think what I stand by is just there's nothing that you can't find if you look hard enough. Be curious, stay innovative, be always willing to learn new things and try new things. That's how you stay top of mind when it comes to technology. Thank you.
All right, so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Bede. What's your final remarks? Your mic is not on. Your mic is still not on.
So my final remark is people should try to implement what we learned tonight and then put it in their business and don't give up. Try to do it over and over again. When it comes to the internet, you don't just do something in a day and then you see result. You have to do it over and over and over and over again before the result pops up. So that's it.
Okay, that's amazing. Mr. Hillary, I think you've got a lot of things to say, but I would like it to be as brief as you can. What's your final remark?
Okay, thank you very much. One is data is king. Ensure you know your data. Without data, you can't do effectively digitally. So if you know your data, in the sense, you know your customer, you know where they are coming from, you know how they can get to you. If you know these things and you build your customer database, it will help you. And you can start from where you are. You don't need a very good budget for digitalizing your business. You need as low as 5,000 naira, just data. Just when I say internet connection, you just need 5,000 naira to digitalize your business. You don't need more than 5,000 naira to start. And for instance, if you don't have 5,000 naira, you can still digitalize your business using some of these free products like Google Workspace, which has to do with Google Form, Google Doc, Google Sheets. You can also use Facebook, just like you have Facebook account, so you can get a Facebook page for your business. So start where you are, know your data. Thank you.
Okay, since we lost our moderator.
Okay, thank you so much for helping out. I was trying to unmute my mic, but it was giving me some issues. Thank you so much, guys. I would want to take a few questions before I call it a wrap. I would want to take a few questions from the audience. Please, the technical guys, I will need you to help us. I believe some persons must have dropped their question before now. Our MC, if you can help us read out some of the questions so that we can take them up. And guys, if you have questions for any of our panelists, I'm just going to give you like 2 minutes to to have these questions addressed. Please, Madam MC, if you can help us with the questions so that we can call it a wrap. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Philip. Our dear participants, if you have a question, kindly type in your question in the comment chat. Kindly type in your question so our panelists will address to that. So while you are doing that, thank you very much, Mr. Philip Evarist and our esteemed panelists for an enlightening discussion. The insight today shared today will undoubtedly inspire our audience to embrace digital technology for business growth. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much, ma'am. While we wait for the questions to come, I think I will just give my closing remark.
Okay.
Guys, the truth is that we are already in the middle of a digital revolution. And it is a wave, and you are either in or you are out, and you don't want to be I do magic. Now, a whole lot of things are happening, so you don't have to stay in the ignorant part. Okay, don't say that your business is ripe for digitization. Every business can be digitized. Every business can leverage on technology to scale. If you don't know how, use your phone wisely. Ask questions. Get involved. Try it out. Open that app. Don't be afraid. Open it. Just play around it. Hit your, just keep hitting at it. You may not get it once, but before you know it, you're already getting familiar with it. Don't be afraid to start. Try something. Snap that your product. Snap that your shop. Snap that to your market and post it on WhatsApp status. Move over to Facebook, share it there on Instagram. Start there. If you do it once a day, twice, 3 times, before you know it, you're getting used to it. You'll see Facebook tell you boost. You boost. And wow, many people are contacting you. That's how it starts. If you're using WhatsApp My Business, I will recommend that. Go and download WhatsApp for Business. Okay, once you're using WhatsApp for Business, Facebook will ask you through WhatsApp to boost your status or boost your catalog, whatever it is. You could just easily, if you can read and understand, you can use technology. That is how it's built. It's built to be user-centric. So don't be afraid to start. Get started. Start by snapping that stuff. Start by posting a little bit about yourself, what you're doing, and do that every day. And with time, you're going to see that actually the sky is your starting point. Over to you, Miss MC.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, I have a question here from Charles Chukwuemeka Obunna. Well, he's also appreciating and asking a question. It says, it's an amazing time here. My question is talking about the two-way factors. Can it be created in all accounts, not just social media? Any of the panelists or the moderator can address that.
Okay, so
yes.
let's Mr. Hillary take
Mr. Philip.
Yeah.
Mr. Philip, no worry, go ahead.
Okay, all right, quickly. Okay, thank you. So two-factor authentication applies to all major tools that you use, from Facebook to WhatsApp to Instagram to even Google accounts. Okay, so I highly recommend you ensure that you activate two-factor authentication on your WhatsApp. Is very important. A friend of mine lost a lot of money because of that. Okay, so how to do that? Just go to your settings. You see the guideline there. Okay, and if you don't know how, if you still can't figure it out, go to Google and ask how to activate two-factor authentication. You see a guideline. Another is your Facebook. Please, I beg you, go and ensure you activate two-factor authentication on your Facebook.
Okay, if you don't, you're going to be hacked. All right. So, and it's important you do that early enough before your business start growing, because you don't want to lose your business account or page to a fraudster. Okay, and these things are easy. There are a lot of resources you can use, whether from Google or from YouTube. Just ask Google what you want to know, and Google will show you. Okay, and of course, majorly most of the platforms, social platforms, even Twitter and other platforms have two-factor authentication. All right. And I think you should that what do you call it? Google has even three-factor authentication, which I suppose you would have encountered if you're using Google. So yes, it applies to all the major platforms you use. Okay. Thank you so very much. I hope that answers your question.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Philip. Ogedi Antonia, she's appreciating as well. She said, thank you all to our speakers. Please, I need your social media handle for more connection. Well, Ogedi Antonia, of course, our panelists mentioned their names, so look out for them on their social media handles. Check their names on LinkedIn. I believe you will get them there. Okay, there's no other questions so far. Guys, please type in your questions. Type in your questions. They are here for you. Okay. Now we are approaching to the end of our webinar. While we still wait for the questions to be attended to, we all hope that we gained valuable insights to harness digital technology and strategies for unlocking business growth. Please type in the comment section if you learned something today. Type in the comment section, I am happy. I want to see our participants typing how happy they are, having learned how your smart device can help you to grow your business. How you can use your smartphone, social media, make use of the social media tools, your Facebook, your Instagram, your LinkedIn, to grow your business. I really learned a lot. It's the key takeaways are so many. So yes, I can see that. Thank you very much. So we truly appreciate your active participants. Especially thanks to our panelists and our speakers for sharing their expertise with us today. Thank you all for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you all in the next edition of Anambra Tech Drive webinar series. Stay connected. I urge our participants to kindly follow us on our social media handles. Type Solution Innovation District. You will see us on Instagram. You see us on Facebook. You will see us on Twitter. We are all there for you at all times. So thank you very much. I appreciate our keynote speaker once more, and I appreciate our moderator and our panelists. We are very, very happy. Now, before we wrap up this section, I have a very big announcement and exciting news for everyone here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to announce the grand opening of the Solution Innovation District. That will be happening on August 1st, 2023. And our governor, the visionary governor of Anambra State, Professor Chachukwu Masoludo, will be heading and will be there to open this occasion. So Solution Innovation District will serve as a thriving hub for startups, entrepreneurs, and innovators, providing them with state-of-the-art facilities and a supportive, innovative ecosystem to nurture their ideas and turn them into reality. But not just that. Opening the ceremony is not all just we have for that day. On that same day of the grand opening, we'll be honoring and recognizing the remarkable winners of the Level Up Anambra incentives in the concluded Level Up Anambra program. So they'll be presented with their well-deserved winning items. Of course, we know that our winners, they got laptop and internship placement after the program. So that day, they'll be honored with that. So this momentous occasion will be a celebration of innovation, technology, and entrepreneurial spirit that thrives in Anambra State. So we extend our warm invitation to each and every one of you to join us on August 1st, 2023, time 9 p.m. If you want to attend this occasion, please check our social media handles. A link will be there for you to register for us to know who is coming. Thank you very, very much. Your presence and support will make that event more memorable, and we can't wait to see you all there. Once again, I want to announce our ongoing Code Anambra application program. This program offers a comprehensive training opportunity for the Anambra. It's ongoing. The application is ongoing. So for the Anambra, who aspires to build a successful career in the field of software development, The program encompasses a diverse range of courses, including front-end and back-end development, and as well as mobile app development. The training program is specifically designed to equip the Anambra with the skill and knowledge required to excel in the ever-revolving world of technology. So to apply for this code Anambra, kindly visit our social media handles or simply check out the chat section. Our member will provide the link there. Seize this opportunity to embark on transformative journey that could lead you to endless possibilities and exciting opportunities in the software development field. So, but before we say goodbye, I would want our participants, maybe probably 3, who will tell us how they feel about this webinar. Please make sure you set up your virtual background. When I call you, turn on your video to tell us, to express how happy you are on this, about this event. If you want to speak, you can use the emoji to raise your hand and I will call on you to speak to us. Yeah, who is raising his or her hand? Someone is asking, the date for the opening is August 1st, 2023, August 1st. So who is telling us how we need a remark from our participants? Okay, I have, raise your hand, and I'll call on you to speak to us. Okay, I have Ozochukwu mic. Okay, Ozochukwu, kindly turn on your video and unmute your mic to speak to us. Okay. Unmute your mic, sir. You are muted, we can't hear you. Okay, probably he can't hear what I'm saying. Okay, who else wants to speak to us? Our dear participant, we want to hear from you guys. We really want to hear from you guys. Please tell us how you feel about these events. Tell us. Raise your hand and I will call on you to speak to us. Okay, I can't see much raising their hands. Okay, now. Okay, I have Charles.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay, Uzochukwu is speaking. Go on.
I want Anambra State and everybody like the event. So
Oh, Mr. Uzochukwu, we can barely hear you. Please be louder.
Wow.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, we can't hear you. We can't hear you very well. I will go to the next person, Scholastica. Scholastica, unmute yourself and turn on your video to talk to us. We don't have time. Please make it short, make it brief. Scholastica, are you there? It seems we lost her as well. Mr. Francis Opara, unmute yourself and talk to us. You're raising your hand. Thank you for setting up your virtual background, Mr. Francis. That's nice.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, mine is actually to extend my profound greetings and regards to number one, the governor of Anambra State and the organizers of this section. I was privileged to participate in the last one. I was involved in web design and I have actually gone far in that, have advanced in what we were taught. So I think it's a new development and the governor should please keep it up. The tech is now the end thing And I encourage our people to key in because this is actually a moving trend. If you don't key in now, it might be late. So I want to thank the keynote speakers, our coordinators. Thank you for the good work we are doing. Only God will bless you. This session is here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the kind prayer. Amen to the prayer. Thank you very much. We are happy to hear that from you. Okay, I have Scholastica still raising her hand. Scholastica, unmute yourself and talk to us. Turn on your video. Would want to see your face, your beautiful face.
Okay, good evening all. My name is Scholastica. Sorry, I was not able to speak the first time I was given a chance. But I must say that the experience I had today was really a nice one. And I wouldn't fail to give my appreciation, my heartfelt appreciation to the governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, for bringing out this kind of wonderful idea. And then also to appreciate the coordinators of this wonderful program. It was really a nice one. It was really a nice one. In as much as my health couldn't let me do a lot of writing, but the much I captured was really motivating. Starting from the first speaker that talked about the blockchain, relating it to Bitcoin, down to every other speaker. It was really a nice experience to have. I must acknowledge the explicit nature of all the explanations. It was obvious that all the speakers took out time to make their presentations very easy down to the layman's understanding. It was actually very, very inspiring. I would also want to state that I was a beneficiary of the Level Up Anambra program, where I learned graphic designing. And after I set up an online platform, I've actually been making my graphic designs by myself and also for a few friends. So it's really encouraging. I never knew all those things until I began to participate. So I want to say a wonderful kudos to all of you for bringing up this idea and for nurturing it. And I want to tell you that you are really making impact. You're really reaching out to people, and a lot of individuals are actually benefiting from what you're doing. And I want to say that you should continue with that. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Scholastica Mobo. Really, we are delighted to hear this from our dear participants. We wish you divine healing and keep all the good work you are doing, keep on designing, keep on showcasing, keep on showing the world what you've learned from Level Up Anambra program. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the wonderful remark. We are grateful. Who else wants to talk to us? We are very happy to hear this from our participants. I have all hands, God's love. Okay, unmute yourself. We can't hear you, sir. Oh, we still can't hear you. We can't hear you. Okay. Another thing, someone is asking the venue for the opening. Yeah, the venue is at destination. That's a takeoff point for Solution Innovation District Hub. That is a destination building adjacent to the government house here in Oka. Adjacent to the government house here in Oka. So it's a popular building along the road, destination building. Okay, Ohams, God's love, you can still talk to us. Unmute yourself and talk to us.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, sir. Go ahead.
Good, everybody.
You're welcome.
I must be very frank with you. I've been enjoying this thing from onstart. The teachings on like we did digital marketing by Tamaki William. And I must confess, I've not let him go. I'm still in touch with him because he's still tutoring me. It's a continuous process. Then this one again, I must confess to everybody here that my governor is doing a wonderful job. I must be very frank with you. In fact, a lot of things I've heard this period, I never knew existed before. But with these teachings and commitments by the governor and the SID team, they've really done us well, and we appreciate so much. I'd also have to thank you, my host, and thank you all our.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Now the last person.
Okay, sorry. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Oh, sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate. The last person we are taking for the remark for now, dear participants, Obuagu Chikodi. Please turn on your video and unmute yourself. Please, we don't have time on our side. Kindly make it brief. Are you there, Chikodi Obuagu? Are you there? Unmute yourself and turn on your video. Okay. Before we say final goodbye, honestly, I myself as the MC, I'm very, very delighted on the energy in the room. We are grateful. Just know that this Anambra Tech Drive is a webinar series and a monthly webinar. So always look out for it for enriched discussions that will thrive you in these our digital and digital era. So kindly follow us on social media handles for first-hand information. When our a team member was giving the opening remark on behalf of the host, Ms. Chinwe, the Honorable Spad on Innovation and Business, he listed all we have on the Anambra, the Solution Innovation District programs. So I believe you wouldn't want to be left out on this program. So of course, it's a free. So of course, you know, when you check online, if you want to enroll in any digital program or digital course, you know how much you have to pay for you to earn it. But here in Anambra, our governor, Professor Charles Chukwumasuludo, is giving it all on the Anambra free. So why not take the opportunity to get yourself the opportunity, avail yourself the opportunity to learn. So that is it. So before we say final goodbye, of course, check out in the chat section. Our social media handles are there. Quickly follow us and always get first-hand information. Before we say final goodbye for today's event, let's capture this wonderful moment with a group picture. So turn on your videos, put up a smile, and take a group picture. Let's do that. Let's quickly do that. Turn on your video, turn on your video, turn on your video, and take pictures. Smile, smile. I love that. Turn on your videos and take pictures. Yeah, I can see the lovely faces. That's nice. Thank you once more for joining today. Thank you very much. We are grateful and we are delighted. This brings us to the end of Anambra Tech Drive Third Edition, and stay tuned for that of next month to join us. Thank you and God bless you all. Bye.